Hi guys, and welcome to the Crewe Alexandra vs Sunderland match preview. So tomorrow being Saturday, Sunderland do go away from home to Crewe for a 3 o'clock kickoff. So what are my thoughts on the game? Now Crewe Alexandra, they are in a brilliant run of form at home. And what I mean by that is their general form is very inconsistent. For example, last time out they beat Accrington Stanley at home by 2-0. Aki Stanley, of course, been a team that have been absolutely flying this season. Granted, Stanley did have a man sent off early on in the second half, but they still had a job to do, and they won by 2-0. The week before that, they lost against lowly side Swindon. So you think, okay, maybe on the turn of things we should be able to get a result here. But let's have a quick chat about their home form. It's absolutely ridiculous. I had to go over it a good 2 or 3 times and look back through the dates to make sure I was correct. But I think I'm correct anyway, that they haven't lost at home since October the 27th. That's a good, 4 months nearly. That's a long time to be unbeaten at home. And they're mid-table at the minute. I think that's their home record that is keeping them there. Now, last time we did take on Crewe at the Stadium Light, we did win by 1-0 thanks to an own goal. But that doesn't tell the whole story. Looking back at that game, we battered them. Again, they were away from home, so it's not quite the way they would set up if they were at home themselves. But we battered them. That game could have easily been 4 or 5-0. I can remember that game very well. Gooch had a chance 1-1 with the keeper. Power had a good chance as well. We played some really good football that night. And I think it was only the last sort of 5-10 minutes where they actually woke up and they made a couple of half chances themselves without testing the keeper too much. But we got away with a 1-0 win. So I prefer the Sunderland we are now than we were a few months ago anyway. So away from home, usually with us, I prefer watching us because we seem to have the shackles let off a little bit. We get it, teams. Crewe being at home, they're not going to want to sit back and play for the draw. You wouldn't think, anyway. But of course, they're very tight at the back. They don't concede many at home. They don't score too many as well. But they win more than they lose at home, and that's a fact. So I think it'll be tight in terms of getting goals ourselves, but I'm confident in the sense that Crewe will come out. They're not going to park the bus and sit everyone behind the ball like teams do at the Stadium of Light. And I believe that we have enough quality, attacking quality, to take advantage of that and come away with a victory. But out of the next 3 games, of course, we have Crewe, we have Swindon, and we have Rochdale as well. Out of those 3 games, of course, I've said previously, I'd like to see us getting 9 from 9 in terms of points. But if we're going to drop any points, this is the one I truly believe it could happen in. I wouldn't be happy with the draw, of course not, or a loss, definitely not a loss. But this is the one I can genuinely see us dropping points in. And that's not me predicting that, but this is the one that wouldn't surprise me the least, if that makes sense, because of their home form in particular. But I believe it could go one way or the other. I think it could either be a 0-0 or 1-1, or we could end up winning 3-0, because I think we look that good going forward at the moment. So usually in these match previews, I would give you my preferred starting 11 for us. Not necessarily predicted starting 11, but my preferred starting 11. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I think for the first time, you're not going to see a graphic in this video of me showing you my preferred starting 11, because for the first time, I'm going to say I want an unchanged 11, which would be Burge in goal, McLaughlin, O'Nien and Sanderson is the back 3, Gooch on one side, McFadzean on the other, Ledbetter and Power in the middle, and then McGeady and O'Brien either side of Charlie White. So I don't need the graphic for that. You already know what the lineup was last week. And yes, of course, I think if there was anyone I would maybe interchange, if O'Brien didn't score last week, or last time out, should I say, I would have put Jones there instead of him, so we just get plenty of pace up top alongside White, and I think that would be brilliant. It might happen, but I think with O'Brien scoring in the last game, I can't see him being dropped, and he shouldn't be either, because he did score. Of course, you don't drop goal scorers, essentially, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but I will go unchanged. Yes, I think fitness reasons, we might see 1 or 2 changes here and there. I'm not too sure who. Maybe Ledbetter replaced by Winchester. Maybe that would be somewhat understandable given the amount of game time that some of these players are having, particularly Ledbetter. He's aging now. We can say the same about McGeady, but McGeady's just looking another level. He looks a completely different player over the last few weeks. He's got so much confidence. He's running at plays. He's pulling off tricks that weren't coming off in the past. And he looks like the McGeady of old at the minute, so you can't really budge him either. There's no way he's getting budged. But in terms of injuries, of course, Lee Johnson did give us a bit of an update. Still very negative. We still have next to no centre-backs available. Hence why we're now using this 3 at the back system, with of course Sanderson, our only fit senior centre-back, and he's been absolutely phenomenal, it has to be said. But Flanagan apparently is only 1 week away. Bailey Wright is of course around 2 weeks away, or just under 2 weeks away now. And Willis is of course out for the season, unfortunately. So we only have one fully fit centre-back. So we have O'Nien, who is essentially a midfielder, playing at centre-back, and McLaughlin as well, who's generally known as a right-back. He's played at centre-back as well. But you have to give it to him. They've played brilliantly, particularly in the last game defensively. They were absolutely outstanding. Sanderson, for such a young lad, there's been rumours recently over the last couple of days that if Wolves are willing to sell, we're already prepping a move for him, which is absolutely understandable given what he's only 21 years of age, and he's way beyond his years, and it'd be at such a good age to grow with us if we were to get him on again. I think maybe it's a bit unrealistic. But I suppose that all depends on Wolves and their aspirations and their ambitions. If they want to push into the sort of like top 6, then is Sanderson someone they're going to really, bat an eyelid to? You don't know. But if we go up to the Championship, maybe they would let him go for $1 million or $2 million. You never know, like I say. But, he's definitely someone I'd love to see stick around. He's probably one of the better, or one of the best centre-backs I've seen around the club over recent years anyway, which I know isn't great competition. There hasn't been many great centre backs in recent years, but he definitely sticks out like a sore thumb. He just reeks of class, great in the air, very physical, very clever and good on the ball, quick. You don't get much better than that. But yeah, in terms of my prediction for the game, so I went off tangent then a bit, didn't I? I just think Sanderson's a brilliant player, which I'm sure you'll all agree with. But in terms of my score prediction, I am going to go for it, and I'm going to go for a Sunderland 2-1 win away from home and break the good run of form that Crewe are in. They're a good footballing side, and I don't underestimate them, but I just think us going forward, and they're going to have to come out. Like I say, I can't imagine them just sitting everyone behind the ball. I think they're going to have to come out, and I think that could be their downfall, because us going forward look so good recently, and hopefully at the back we're going to be up to it, because of course the last couple of times our back 3 haven't really been challenged too much, which might make them look a little bit better than what they have been. But if they are tested, this back 3, it's going to be tomorrow. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 Sunderland win. Now, tomorrow I am going to be joining and going on Fans React, the YouTube channel Fans React. I will be doing the live stream there with Sean Middleton, good friend of mine, and Matthew Lead as well. We're going to be watching the game. We're going to be doing a watch along together, which I'm really, really excited for. Usually, if I'm going to live stream, I just do it on this channel. But I was speaking with Sean earlier in the week, and he kindly offered me to go on the channel, and I said, yeah, of course, mate, anything for you. So I will be going on there tomorrow, so be sure to subscribe to Fans React. And I don't know whether it'll become a regular thing, I'm not too sure. I just as a one-off here and there. I think it'll be a really good time. We'll have a good laugh, and hopefully we get 3 points at the end of it, and we'll have some good fun. So please join us and join me there on Fans React tomorrow. It'll be starting at 2:30 on their channel, that live stream. But that'll be it for the match preview, guys. You let me know down below who you would play in your starting 11 and your match predictions as well, your score predictions. But if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already, to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jabbing.